On the evening of Friday, September 22nd, the Lake Orion Dragons hosted Southfield Arts and Tech for the annual Pink Out game. Fans, cheerleaders, and even the band sported pink to show support for A Mother's Wish, a local charity that helps families struggling with the impact of breast cancer. Members of the varsity football team wore jerseys with the names of loved ones battling the disease or have been lost to cancer. The Dragons headed into the game with a 1-3 record and were hoping to salvage their season with a win against the 2-2 Warriors. With 2 minutes left in the first quarter, the Warriors managed to reach Lake Orion's 1-yard line. Penalties and a stout Dragon defense kept the Warriors out of the end zone, but on 4th and goal, the Warriors go for it, and quarterback John Darby runs right up the middle for the first TD of the game. The 2-point conversion pass was good, and the Warriors were up 8-0. With just over 8 minutes left in the second quarter, after a Lake Orion touchdown was nullified by a penalty, the Dragons are facing a 3rd and 9 on the Warriors' 18-yard line. Quarterback Blaze Lauer takes the snap, feels the pressure, scrambles to his left, and goes 18 yards into the end zone for the score. The 2-point conversion was successful thanks to a Johnny Haggett run, and the score is tied at 8. The Warriors get the ball back and drive to the Dragons' 40. With Darby in shotgun, he takes the snap and goes deep, finding a wide-open Justin Meeks for the touchdown. The 2-point conversion was good, and the Warriors were back on top, 16-8. The Dragons put together a long drive, and with just under a minute left in the first half, with the ball on the Warriors' 8-yard line, Lauer rolls right and hits Tyler Vestrand for the touchdown. Drew Van Heck ran in the 2-point conversion, and the game was all tied up at the half. Let's go to the third. A turnover on downs gives Southfield possession of the ball, and on 3rd and 3 at their own 38, Darby once again goes deep and hits Saunders Carter for a 62-yard touchdown to regain the lead. Darby took the ball in himself for the 2-point conversion. Southfield A&T 24, Lake Orion 16. With 5:53 left in the game, the Dragons are hoping to tie things up. Blaze Lauer takes the snap, and then this happens. But hold on, there is a flag on the field. The refs call holding on Lake Orion, and the touchdown is nullified. The ball comes all the way back and is placed on the 30. After a series of penalties called on players and the Dragons coaching staff, the game eventually ended with a score of 24-16. The Dragons fall to 1-4 while the Warriors improved to 3-2. We caught up with Dragons head coach John Blackstock after the game.
I just told the guys that, like the people that donated money to the Mother's Wish and put names on the back of jerseys, they'd say life isn't fair for the things that their families have gone through. And I told them football's the same way. Sometimes it's just not a fair game. This team has put in a lot of work and has come to practice and worked hard and is, I believe, coming together and creating a connection where they're starting to play for each other. And their effort can just never be questioned, and that's the thing that's not fair, is that it's not the outcome that we want, but it's a team that we're proud of because they come and they battle and they fight, and it's not an outcome that we're real happy with because we need to work on being a little more disciplined, in assignments and execution, and we need to get better as coaches, as players, and the whole group.
After that tough loss, the Dragons players lined up for a special jersey ceremony. The family of those whose names appeared on the jerseys came out onto the field and was presented the jersey by the player who wore it. It was an emotional moment for players and fans alike, including Coach Blackstock.
The ceremony is, it's tough to do after a loss, but I think it's important, whether it's a win or a loss, because it does put things in perspective. This game is very important to us, but it's not life. It's not life or death, like a lot of the people have gone through that have put names on the back of jerseys. And, I did a couple jerseys for family members that, have lost their battle with cancer. And, I think it's an important event for our kids to be a part of.
The Dragons travel to Bloomfield Hills on September 28th, then go to Oxford on October 6th in the battle for the 00 trophy. From Dragon Stadium, this is Joe Johnson reporting for ONTV Sports.